Ready. The distance to the pin is 3 feet and 7 inches. Ready. The distance to the pin is 365.2 yards.
Marcus Seymour. What about a Prunca alavacia? I've just never seen one associate with an honest platyringus before. What kind of bird has teeth?
Wait.
Forest.
Wait.
Forest.
Ready. Ready.
You know how we come for nothing.
The distance to the pin is 113.5 yards. Ready. Ready.
Mike Morgan, Eric McLean, and Lauren Sisler back with you here from Truist Field.
Ready.
Winston-Salem, and our first look at the Demon Deacons starting quarterback Sam Hartman, the 6'1" redshirt sophomore out of Charlotte. Started some games as a true freshman, really wasn't ready, but is coming into his own this season. And a good carry on first down for Christian Beal-Smith, the number 2 running back, but a guy who gets a lot of carries, and he'll gobble up 9.
He absolutely is, and you're seeing Wake Forest a little bit of tempo here. That's what they love to do, run the ball and then hit you with a sneaky pass as they get the first down.
Beal-Smith plowing ahead behind the left side of that line, a gain of 3 and a first down. Very balanced attack for Wake Forest. We're used to Dave Clawson and those offenses under Wake producing a lot of talent. They have lost a lot at the wide receiver spot. Nifty run here, changing field and finding something out of nothing is Beal Smith again.
How about just ripping some runs, just going through this? This is what you want to see from this Wake Forest. If you can establish that tempo and run up front, you're going to be in a great position.
On second down, a steady dose of number 26 in black. And it's Beal Smith will move the chains out to the 44-yard line.
And what you're going to see from Campbell is really they try to bring and disguise pressure. They love to blitz, so that's where you can get a little bit scary in this runs and really break one off.
Split twins for the Demon Deacons.
The distance to the pin is 151 yards.
First down again, it's Beal Smith, but not this time. Wrapped up in the backfield. That is Darian Slade, the fifth-year senior safety, a hometown product out of Winston-Salem.
And Darian Slade, that's a guy you want to watch all game long. He's getting Senior Bowl looks. He can play any position in the defensive backfield. Very special talent.
First pass out of the hand of Sam Hartman, and it's complete at midfield. And that'll be number 7, and that is the guy, Donovan Green, the coaching staff. When we asked, give us one player that needs to step up, no hesitation. Got to get Donovan Green to play bigger.
When you look at just the receivers that they've had on the outside, he says, hey, Green, you're the next man up. You know, maybe not expecting it until Sage Surratt opted out, but he has got to step up for this team, and it was very vocal and present.
Sets up a 3rd down and 5. Hartman with time, rifles one complete, and that'll be a first down into plus territory. That one caught by Jaquari Roberson.
Great job by the offensive line there, giving Sam time to throw the ball. Goes through 2 reads.
The pin is 7 feet
Hits
and 3
one of his
inches.
favorite targets.
Again, no huddle. Hartman, cock and fire, going for the home run ball. Over the shoulder grab by A.T. Perry.
Again, when we talked to this coaching staff, they said our outside wide receivers have to step up. Last week against NC State, we were 0 for 7 on deep balls. You see their great sign connecting on their first one.
From the 4.
A
modest gain on first down and goal.
Great gain there again. You're just looking to try and get some traffic up front. Show some different looks. Now you see the big tight end coming on, a little bit of a heavier package Wake Forest is going to have down here at the goal line.
This will be the 11th play of the drive. Campbell had a 12-play drive that stalled with a missed field goal. Hartman trying to cash in.
The distance to the pin is 85.8 yards.
Handoff. Beal Smith finds pay dirt. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
When you have 2 running backs that are this special, it just makes it easy for you. You want to get them both touches. You saw Christian Beal Smith there, you know, really just getting the bulk of the carries, really on the whole drive, outside of 2 passes. And again, he's so special. His body's getting bigger. Coach said, you know, really before, he was the speed guy. He was the cut guy. Now, as you just saw, they're slamming it in for the inside zone for the easy touchdown.
That drive belonged to number 26. It was Kenneth Walker who ran for 3 touchdowns last week for Wake. Crane with the extra point. Knocks it through. Demon Deacons strike first.
It was a beautiful thing to see. Again, you have it over the top. You have a big touchdown or a big pass there. Gets you all the way down to the goal line. And then give it to your sledgehammer running back for the touchdown.
What the heck happened here?
Lamar, what are you doing here?
It's football season.
It's Heisman time?
It's Heisman time!
Corn chips, cheddar sour cream chips. Jalapeno chips.
Come on, man, I don't got all day.
Ketchup chips.
The one thing nobody tells you about fall, it's the perfect lawn season. Scott's Turf Builder feeds and strengthens
the distance
your lawn,
to the pin is 122.8 yards.
Long.
Every morning at 4:30, you hear the cooks hop on the floor. It's hard times in the mill, my love. Hard times in the mill. Every morning right at 6, don't that old bell make you sick? Hard times in the mill, my love. Hard times.
The distance to the pin is 40 feet.
Some of us are not the same. Some of us see what everyone else is doing and think, let's do it better.
Ready.
That's why the new razor from Harry's is not the same. It has our sharpest blades ever. And unlike some other companies, we don't raise the price when we introduce something new. The new razor from Harry's. Harry's, not the same.
The distance to the pin is 261.4 yards.
ACC Network Football is presented by Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Back with you. Friday Night Lights coming at you. Little college football action. Of course, this game not originally on the schedule. Wake Forest, Notre Dame postponed, and that allowed Wake Forest to go on the hunt for a new opponent. Insert the Camels of Campbell playing their 4th and final game of this 2020 season. Again, they elected not to play in the spring like most of the FCS schools will be doing this year.
The distance to the pin is 80 feet.
Great. We'll watch it sail over his head, and the Camels will take over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Realize a lot of people tuning in for the first time. You're seeing the Campbell fighting Camels. So what do we know? Well, they restarted the program in 2008. They had a sabbatical, if you will, of over 50 years. They're one of just 9 teams in the FCS ranks playing this fall, and they will not participate in the Big South spring season. The reason being, EMAC, it's just too much to ask on the body to play right now and then again in a few months from now.
It absolutely is. You got 4 games in the fall, a full spring, and then turn right back around and play in the fall. That's too much for a body to endure.
Barr, the lone back on 1st down. Pass is tipped up and picked off at the 25. And finally wrestled down is Travion Red, the outside linebacker. Terrific play for the senior.
The distance to the pin is 546.8 yards.
Riding it out, he's reading that run, and really is a kind of disguise. You know, Hodge didn't see him at all. He jumps up, tips it to himself, and makes a fantastic play. That's what you want to see from a senior, a guy who, again, has played a lot of ball. He understands the little idiosyncrasies, was able to time that up perfectly, make a huge play for Wake Forest.
A great field position now for Wake Forest offensively. Wake Forest defense, again, they've been humbled a little bit at the start of this season, but again, when you start off with the #1 team in the country, then a road game at NC State.
The distance to the pin is 279.9 yards.
Down. That's Kenneth Walker, who had a terrific game in a losing effort against NC State last week. 27 carries for the sophomore, 3 touchdowns, 131 yards.
And you see, this is how special he is. Stays patient and then has the athleticism to bounce it outside and squirt in for a couple of yards.
Bounce outside here. Penalty flag on the play as Walker is tangled up inside the 5.
Holding, offense number 59, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Well, that just gave me a chance to offer up the name I've been practicing all week, EMAC. Loic Nagasam Naya.
And you know that's tough, especially when you have a guy who played a ton last year, starter. He just gets that arm out there and holds on too long. That's an easy call for the referees.
Did you want to take a shot at that name in your
No, that's all you. That's all you. That's why you're in the big chair and I'm over here.
1st down and 10. A jitterbug move, but nowhere to go. Kenneth Walker could not find daylight.
And for some people who haven't watched Wake Forest before, they do that slow zone read with all kinds of RPOs and traffic going behind it. And an RPO, that run-pass option, there it just held on too long. They're able to make the play.
Arkman on play action.
The distance to
all
the pin is
kinds of
52
time,
feet.
and throws wide of the mark.
Ready.
Intended for Perry, who had the deep catch on the opening drive.
Great protection by the offensive line there. Threw it where, you know, maybe the wide receiver could catch it, but if not, if he's not catching it, nobody's catching it. Smart play by Sam there with nobody open.
Keep in mind, Wake Forest had both their starting tackles from a year ago drafted into the NFL, so they're still trying to figure out just what they're made of.
They call them the Beef Boys.
The distance to the pin is 3
feet and
and
11 Wake Forest
inches.
offensive line.
Third down and goal from the 19. Hartman again, great pocket, missiles one at the 10, complete to Perry, but well shy of the marker. We'll see what Wake Forest does.
And this is a long throw right here.
The distance to the
an
pin is
NFL type throw. He's on the opposite hash,
149.6 yards.
throwing a curl route there. Slow developing play. Really wanted to hit his wide receiver going into the end zone on the corner route.
Injury timeout.
Ready.
We at the ACC know that change needs to occur.
Despite our rivalries,
this is the time to unite.
We need to come together to conquer biases,
as well as oppression. We are committed to seeing each other as equals,
treating each other with respect
and dignity at all times.
We must hold ourselves
and those around us
to a higher standard.
The distance to the pin is 47 feet.
Will not be tolerated.
We must fight for racial and social justice.
We at the ACC will fight for unity.
One time circle in the block, 2 times, you know how we rock. You know who we knocked on, you know who we shot. You know how we come for nothing I got.
Ready. The distance to the pin is 7 feet.
The tie behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Are you serious?
The distance to the pin is 372.2 yards.
Am I good? So, we've got this cute little lemon number. Yeah, it... Oh, no. Oh, that is so funny. How long have I had that? If you ride your cycle? Are you joking? Roller what? I'm in here. Come on.
Ready. Ready. The distance to the pin is 96.2 yards.
We believe in good we can all afford. From make-believe made for everyone,
Ready.
to a t-shirt that means the world.
Tomorrow, what a college football tripleheader we have for you right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. NC State squares off against quarterback Kenny Pickett. At number 24, Pittsburgh at noon Eastern time. Then Virginia Tech takes on Duke at 8. Trevor Lawrence and number 1 Clemson hosting Virginia in our ACC primetime matchup presented by Geico. It'll be Nick Skiba on for the field goal of 28 yards. Snap and hold were good, but the kick is shanked to the left.
And that's tough for Wake Forest. Again, you get the huge turnover, you get some momentum. Campbell does a great job of keeping you out of the end zone. You've got to get points right there. Nick Skiba broke all kinds of records a year ago. To see him miss like that, that's rare.
That looked like me off the tee box. Puts an end to a 5-play, 11-yard drive, so unable to cash in on the turnover.
The distance to the pin is 354.1 yards.
Mike Morgan, Eric McLean, and Lauren Sisler. We were talking about Campbell's decision-y, Mac, about not playing in the spring and playing 4 games, all FBS opponents. They almost won that battle against Georgia Southern in week 1. They wound up going for 2 and failed to get the 2-point conversion. But it's been a grueling stretch of games for a small school on the FCS level. That ball might have squirted out. I believe it did. Barr fumbled it, and Wake Forest has recovered it.
How quickly a drive can change the momentum of a game. You're feeling really good if you're Campbell. You just held them to 0 points, getting the ball in the red zone. Now they're right back. Tremendous effort. You see them ripping the ball out. A lot of teams are just, they coach that so heavily to, if you see ball, get ball. Great play by the defense there to really rip that ball out. Huge turnover. Wake Forest ball close to the red zone.
It looked like Travion Red, 17, stripped it. Zion Keith recovering it, but swarming defense there by Wake Forest.
And that's back-to-back turnovers caused by number 17, Red. Again, when you have a guy, a fifth-year senior, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into a program. You love to see great success on the field from a guy like that.
The distance to the pin is 58 feet. Ready.
Injured player for Wake Forest is Luke Masterson, one of the talented safeties in that secondary.
The distance to the pin is 11 feet and 7 inches.
It's tough. They face a lot of injuries. You hate to see that to anybody. A big safety, 6'2", 220.
Ready.
Oh, man, to lose another one in your defensive backfield, that's tough.
One thing that Coach Dave Clawson told us, this season's been especially difficult for his squad. It's been different for everybody, of course, with COVID, but they are a developmental program. They typically start off with lighter opponents, a lot of young guys that are still trying to develop over time. They don't get a bunch of 5-star kids like a Clemson or Florida State. So they're still trying to figure out just how good some of these guys are going to be. To the ground on first down. Nice spin move there by Beal Smith.
And that's what you want to see. Get back to that bread and butter if you're Wake Forest. We're moving guys up front. Great job by the offensive line, and then the shiftiness of Beal Smith there.
Ready.
Out of the gun on 2nd and 5. Beal Smith again. It's been a steady dose of the redshirt junior from East Forsyth High School in Winston-Salem.
And just give it to him, and then give it to him again. He's churning those legs, not letting little arm tackles bring him down.
The distance to the pin is 158.8 yards.
9 carries, 40 yards already for Beal Smith. And the ball spotted just inside the 10, so 1st and goal. And they'll go a little wildcat. Direct snap to Beal Smith. Look at those moves.
Look at the fancy feet.
Cutting and finding the end zone. Touchdown, Beal Smith from 10 yards out.
When you're running as well as you are, cut out the middleman. Just go to quarterback, Christian Beal Smith. Fancy footwork. Was tremendous to see that athleticism as you see on the screen here. Nothing there, but he's patient. He bounces it outside, runs through an arm tackle again. A guy, Darian Slade, I told you to watch him. Fantastic run.
They ran that play a number of times last week against NC State, the direct snap to the running back, but it was Kenneth Walker getting those direct snaps and scoring 3 touchdowns.
The distance to the pin is 5 feet and 4 inches. Ready.
Tacks on the extra point, and while Kenneth Walker has been the headliner this season, Christian Beal Smith dominating tonight.
Again, just get rid of the middleman. Give it to your running back. Let him create the fancy footwork.
Yards.
Looking like a joystick out there. PlayStation, he's killing it.
Breaking ankles on that run. Career numbers already for the redshirt junior. See Kenneth Walker, what he has done, and Christian Beal Smith. That's a great 1-2 punch for the Demon Deacons to help take some of the pressure off of Sam Hartman.
Mike, that's absolutely right. And again, these guys want to keep them 50-50. They want to share the rock. You see the yards there. The touchdown's a little bit more one-sided with Kenneth Walker, but they feel great about both of these guys. And again, Christian has changed his body. He's bulked up a little bit more. Now they're essentially the same player. So why not keep them both fresh, run them as long as they want, and you see the success that he's had early in this game.
The distance to the pin is 89 feet.
Demon Deacons take advantage of the turnover this time. 14-0 lead as Great has not had much of an opportunity to return one thus far. We'll see what Campbell does now on drive number 4 as we say hello once again to Lauren Sisler.
Hey guys, we were talking about managing reps and obviously playing 4 FBS opponents. The competition has been tough, but this is a different type of football season for them. Managing the reps are obviously a big part of the game plan, and with the limited time together in spring and summer, this football team really hasn't tackled since last November. So put that in perspective. You haven't tackled really since last November, and one way they're really monitoring the wear and tear on the body is through the catapult tracking system, which is what they use in practice. And it's really a small tracking device the players wear to calculate hundreds of metrics.
And 11 inches.
And what's really interesting about this catapult system, it's basically a GPS system and Russian space-based satellites to measure player workload, acceleration, deceleration, directional changes, the explosive movements, and these metrics can really help to determine how much a player is exerting in practice and provide some guidance on rep count and wear and tear on the body.
Lauren, great stuff. For a minute there, I thought you were giving a scouting report on the guy who just made the tackle, and that's Boogie Basham. Explosive. Certainly a guy that has always got that heart rate up, but in a good way. One of the top defensive linemen in the country, number 9 for Wake Forest. Pocket collapses, and down goes Williams. Basham just picked up another sack. And that's 21 consecutive games with a tackle for loss. That is by far and away, EMAC, the longest streak in the country.
And he is such a special player. Again, not the fastest, but he works so hard. His hands are active. His feet are active as a defensive line. He doesn't let just one guy block him. You see on the play before there where he ran the quarterback down. Now as the pocket collapses, Boogie Basham.
Got the nickname Boogie from his babysitter, who told Mom, that kid is constantly jumping around. I'm calling him Boogie, and the nickname just stuck. On 3rd and 12. Complete at the 28, turning it upfield, and right near the marker on the reception is Austin White.
A little bit of a breakdown in coverage there. Again, when you have a quarterback who can scramble out, extend plays, guys make cuts, get wide open as you see the 3rd down conversion there. Huge pickup for Campbell.
And that'll be the end of quarter number 1. Campbell had its opportunity on the first drive, came up empty. Wake Forest taking advantage of a couple of turnovers. Demon Deacons 14. The Campbells nothing. Friday Night Lights.
The distance to the pin
here
is
from
2 feet and
Winston-Salem.
5 inches.
We at the ACC know that change needs to occur.
Despite our rivalries, this is the time to unite.
We need to come together to conquer biases.
As well as oppression. We are committed to seeing each other as equals.
Treating each other with respect
and dignity